Now I am going to discuss about international market environment. It's very complex these days to understand because it is covering all the issues of the world that are continuously changing. To explain the true present picture of the environment, it is necessary to go through most up-to-date literature and study of current changes. Demographic environment. Demography, it is the study of human population in terms of size, density, location, age, gender, race, occupation, and other statistics. Demographic environment is a major interest of marketers because it involves people and people make up markets. A growing population means growing human needs to satisfy. Depending upon purchasing power, it may also mean growing market opportunities. The world's large and highly diverse population possesses both opportunities and challenges. Marketers keep close track on demographic trends and developments in their markets, both at home and abroad. They track changing age and family structures, geographic population shifts, educational characteristics, and population diversity. Economic environment. Some of the factors that affect consumer purchasing power and spending patterns. Nations vary greatly in their levels and distribution of income. Some countries have subsistence economies. They consume most of their own agriculture and industrial output, and these are the countries offer few market opportunities. At the other extreme, industrial economy, which constitute rich markets for their produce and for their different kinds of goods supply. Marketers must pay close attention to major trends and consumer spending patterns both across and within the world market. Marketers should pay attention to income distribution as well as average income. Income distribution in the full state as appear to be still poor. At the top are upper class consumers where spending patterns are not affected by current economic events, who are major markets for luxury goods. There is a comfortable middle class that somewhat careful about their spending but can still afford the good life some of the time. The working class must stick close to basic food, clothing, shelter and must try to save much. Finally, the poor class must count their pennies when making even the most basic purchases. Over the past 3 decades, the rich have grown richer and middle class have shrunk and poor remained poor. Now, nature environment. Natural environment involves natural resources that are needed as inputs by the marketers or that are affected by marketing activities. Marketers should be aware of the several trends in the natural environment. The first involves growing shortage of raw materials. Air, water may seem to be infinite resources, but some groups see long-run dangers. Air pollution chokes many of the world's large cities, and water shortage are already a big problem in some part of the world. Renewable resources such as forests and food have to be used wisely. Non-renewable resources such as oil, coal, and other minerals pose a serious problem. Firms making resources such as oil, coal, and various minerals pose these scarce resources and face large cost increases even the materials do remain available. A second environmental trend is increased pollution. Industry will almost always damage the quality of the natural environment. Consider the disposal of chemical and nuclear waste, the dangerous mercury levels in the ocean, the quantity of chemical pollutants in the soil and food supply, and the littering of the environment with non-biodegradable bottles, plastics, and other packaged materials. A third trend, increased government intervention in natural resources management. Governments of different countries vary in their concern and efforts to promote a clean environment. Technological environment. It is the most dramatic force now shaping our destiny. Technology has released such wonders as antibiotics, organ transplants, computers, and internet. It also has replaced such horrors as nuclear missiles, chemical weapons, and assault rifles. It has released such mixing blessings as the automobile, television, and credit cards. New technology creates new markets and opportunities. Every new technology replaces old technology, and transistors hurt the vacuum tube industry. Xerography hurt the carbon paper business. Auto hurt the railroad. Compact disc hurt phonograph records. When old industries fought or ignored new technologies, their businesses declined. Thus, marketers should watch the technological environment closely. Companies that do not keep up the technological change soon will find their products outdated and they will miss new product and market opportunities. Political environment, marketing decisions strongly affected by the developments of the political environment in the country. The political environment consists of law, government, agency, pressure groups that influence and limits various organizations and individuals in a given society. Even most liberal advocates of free market economy agree that the system works best with the least some regulations. Well-conceived regulation can encourage competition and ensure fair markets for goods and services. Government develop public policy to guide commerce, set of laws and regulations that limit business for the good of the society as a whole. Almost every marketing activity is subject to a wide range of laws and regulations. Legislation affects business around the world as increasingly steadily over the years. The states have many laws covering issues such as competition, fair trade practices, environmental protection, product safety through truth in advertising, packaging, labeling, pricing, and other important areas. The European Commission has been active in establishing a new framework of laws covering competitive behavior, product standards, product liability, commercial transactions for the nations of the European Union. Several countries have gone further than the United States in passing strong consumerism legislation. For example, Norway banned several forms of sales promotion, trading stamps, content premiums as being inappropriate or unfair ways of promoting products. Thailand requires food processor selling national brands to market low price brands also, so that the low income consumers can find economy brands on their shelves. In India, food companies manage to obtain special approval to launch brands that duplicate those already existing in the market. Cultural environment. The cultural environment made up of institutions and other forces that affect society's basic values, perceptions, preferences, and behaviors. People grow up in a particular society and shape their basic beliefs and values. They absorb a worldview that define their relationship with others. People in a given society hold many beliefs and values. Their core belief and value have a high degree of persistence. For example, most of the Indians believe in working, get married, giving to charity, and being honest. These beliefs shape more specific attitude and behavior found in everyday life. Core belief and value are passed on from parents to children, are reinforced by schools, churches, business, and government. Integrated trade refers to trade between regions within the country and between the countries. So international trade on a trade between two nations and countries. So there are several reasons to believe and classical to understand various environmental factors before beginning to market on international level. Thank you.